LA Galaxy. 5 big changes from the team that came from behind in Vegas on Saturday. Eric Lopez comes back to take the gloves. Jean Ingola is recalled into a central defensive role, as is Nate Schultz. Emmanuel Appiah, the Ghanaian, also comes back into the team to bolster the midfield alongside Jeffrey Achimpong. And of course, it's going to be Frank Lopez, the Cuban, will be leading the attack alongside the 16-year-old Efrain Alvarez. Lopez has been absolutely magnificent. Both of those two, between them, 18 goals this season for the Galaxy, who are looking for bigger and better things here tonight. The second meeting between these two, and it was back in June when LA came up a little bit short, in fact, losing out a 0-0. They'll want to reestablish their dominance here in the Western Conference as we are underway in Carson, LA, of course. We'll be kicking from left to right in the white strip, and OKC Energy looking for a win tonight, going from right to left. Happy to have you along. Big one here, a Western Conference 6-pointer. Realistically, it's pretty slim pickings right now if both of these two teams want to make the playoffs. However, maximum points could restore their hopes. This one punted up, actually losing out on possession as it's short-lived and reclaimed in the center of the park here for the Galaxy. They'll look to build and establish possession, but this OKC Energy team very organized, coming out with that lone striker and Adam John with 5 in the midfield. We'll see if the Galaxy has the ingenuity and creative capability to break it down as this long one goes into the corner, trying to pick out Aguilar, who does well to control. Galaxy captain supported nicely by Didi Traore, one of 3 teenagers in the starting 11 tonight for Mike Munoz. Now see, looking at build here, and here's what Alvarez, his first touch, trying to serve it up. Have one set up there in the form of Andre Zanga. The Galaxy get it back. Appiah lets it run. This is Nate Schultz who get the overlap here on this near side. Zanga's cross, and the first touch of the game for Lorendi, who comes back from international duty with Puerto Rico in the CONCACAF Nations League when he went up against his club teammate Atiba Harris in St. Kitts and the Nevis over the weekend. Both of those two accounting for the 2 changes for OKC. Not just suffering a defeat over the weekend, but previously to that, losing 1-0 away to Swope Park Rangers earlier this month. So trying to get back to winning ways. That came after 3 consecutive wins for the Oklahoma team. They're always a tough nut to crack. We'll see what lies in wait tonight. It's the 3rd meeting. OKC with 2 wins and 1 draw in the 3 prior occasions. This one touched in for Alvarez, who likes to drop in those deep rolls. They've got some width on this left-hand side, and here come the Galaxy. A great run on that left-hand side by Aguilar before it's finally upended. Concerted attacking pressure down. This one flicked over and easily intercepted at the back for OKC.
Help him, help him. Touch it away, Kyle. Touch. Chavo. In the way.
The touch back in the center for Chavez.
Well done, Phil. Touch.
Cassie do like to go with that 3 at the back. They can push Aguilar high. Schultz coming into a right back role. The fullbacks are going to be integral to their creative capability. He's trying to provide that extra bit of width and stretch out that defense. That's the modus operandi for Mike Munoz and company, who really don't have anything to lose at this point, as Kyle Highland will spray one to that far side. Trying to link up with the run from John, but easily taken at the back by the French defender Didi Traore. Now making his 10th appearance and 7th start of the campaign. A lot of youth out there and a very experienced OKC Energy team. Players that have had a lot of MLS time. Certainly has served them well as they find themselves in that 10th position, just 2 places and 7 points adrift of both St. Louis and Reno 1868 coming into tonight. Here's Lopez trying to send it long. Aguilar with the touch. Clever stuff now as he gets the support from Jeffrey Achimpong. Will be that center of that Galaxy midfield, forming that partnership just alongside Appiah, but nice ball up over the top for Frank Lopez, but easily read back there by Lorendi. Lopez aggressive and a little over aggressive as he gets the best of Callum Ross. It'll be a free kick here for Oklahoma City. Looking for their 4th win in their 14th game on their travels as John brings it down. A free kick awarded now to OKC. We'll see what the Galaxy draw up here. In terms of defense, it's been caught wanting on more than one occasion. A little too physical. And Zanga easily coming up over the back of the former Stanford striker. And this could put LA into a slight bit of peril. It certainly does set up nicely for a left footer. So what will OKC drop? What do they have up their sleeve? Something I'm sure they've worked on in training with head coach Steve Cook and their assistant Danny Stone. So they do conspire, and standing over that is Marco Bustos, the 22-year-old Canadian. As referee Mark Ratchuk lining up the line, it's Rasmussen, the number 7. The Dane does have a venomous right foot, lets it run over, and it's Bustos straight into the wall, which does its job to very good effect. Only a team that's conceded 53 times. Only 6 other clubs in USL have allowed more goals this season in Los Angeles. So that's one of the points of contention, is they want to shore it up. A team that has recorded just 3 shutouts. So play stoppage right now. And then training staff will come out and give some medical attention. A Galaxy defender back there, Didi Traore, who just waves it off, says he's okay, but Michael Ratchuk thinking otherwise right now, and he's going to have to come off temporarily, leaving LA down to 10 men. Remember, LA without the likes of Adonis Amaya, who's still sidelined with an anterior cruciate ligament injury, which has sidelined him for a while. So Traore down, LA throw early on here in the 7th minute. Still goalless in Carson in his 2nd meeting between these two. Easily held by Eric Lopez, who gets the start today over Justin Baumstieg, who is fantastic over the weekend in Las Vegas, making a career-high 8 big saves in that 2-1 triumph. Back now for Callum Ross, has the support on the right-hand side. He'll drop it back for Atiba Harris, who's reverted to a more defensive role in the twilight of his career after featuring in a more attacking positions earlier on. That one will go up, and it's going to be against OKC, as you get a look at Michael Ratchuk, assisted tonight by Eduardo Jeff and Togayan Tarim. The 4th official is Omid Azabpour. Nate Schultz now making his 10th start of the campaign. One of those 5 changes tonight. Angola for Traore. He'll push it wide on the left-hand side. Here's Aguilar. Has some inroads, great movement here. Here's Aguilar, he lets it go, and it was a low worm burner. Held well by Lorendi. Space opened up, and he took it. Didn't he do well? But credit the movement here that opened up the track and the path. Aguilar took it head down now, and no one closing him down, lets it rip. It's a good save and hold by Lorendi, the preferred number 1. Already a couple of clean sheets this year for the Puerto Rican. Chased down near side by Traore. This is Schultz. Higher pressure from OKC. Good first touch. Heavy on the end though from Achimpong. And it's claimed by Callum Ross, but possession a little short-lived here. Is the Galaxy having a better of it in the first 8.5 minutes. Galaxy 6 wins, 4 defeats, and 4 draws here in Carson. Not exactly a fortress, but a tough place to play, and it's given away carelessly. Here's Barril trying to slide it through for John. Nice interception back there by Jean Angola. Last line of defense, and he had to make the challenge. He did well in the end. Adrian Vera now pushing it out for Traore. Who's come back to that left-hand side. You see it's a 3 at the back there with 5 in the midfield. They'll push it on the left-hand side behind Aguilar. Once again, the flag is down. The cross easily repelled by Justin Chavez. That width really being utilized by Los Angeles early on. And possession a little careless now as Apia falls to the feet of Alvarez, has that languid presence. Such a gifted young man, the youngest player ever signed by a USL team at 15 years of age. And it's opened up on the counterattack. And here comes OKC behind the likes of Baril. Had some movement there for Dixon, but couldn't quite make the connection. Here's Ross. This is where OKC can do themselves a world of good. Just take a little bit of the sting out, the LA Galaxy approach. Los Dos, as they're known in these parts. The strong start, energetic. The side's really looking to carve open their first full-blown opportunity. Schultz able to win it back. Sweep feet in the center this time by Achimpong, the Ghanaian. Part of that all-Ghanaian connection back there between Achimpong and his countryman Emmanuel Apia, making his 13th start of the season. Ross trying to slide it through and reading that outside channel well is the Galaxy defense and Andre Zanga. Big Cameroonian back there, part of that 3 center back line with Schultz pushing up a little bit higher. Zanga, a hard man that's played a variety of roles. Last year, a lot of time in central midfield, adjusting to his position at the back. And didn't he do well? Here's Aguilar. Still no goals between these two. It's a long diagonal switch, trying to pick out Nate Schultz. It's well won at the back, and it drops for Ross. He's going to be that number 6 that sits in front of that back 4. Provide that shield, very much the destroyer for OKC Energy. Last year it was a 1-1 draw back in July before OKC ran riot over LA in October, 3-0 in Oklahoma. Trying to pick out Lopez now, operating on an island all by himself, and Lopez rounds a defender. All eyes to the referee, points to the spot, and it's going to be a penalty kick for LA. It was Lopez brought to ground under the challenge of Chavez. And the captain has relinquished a trip to the penalty spot and really put his side in hot water early on. Excellent work here from Lopez, who refused to give up. Strong, sturdy presence at that low center of gravity, no doubt about it. And Chavez, clearly the guilty party. Another look from behind here, just dives in and gets all of Lopez. It's clear as day, 100% a penalty, no grounds for argument. And now the Galaxy behind their Cuban striker, who's been red hot as of late. It's Frank Lopez going mano a mano against Cody Lorendi. And a chance to draw first blood here at StubHub. Lopez with the long run up, and it's Lopez, keeps it low and hard, cool as you like. And the Galaxy storm out in front 13 minutes in. It's Los Dos 1, OKC 0. Well, he earned it, and he took it, just deserts. 10th goal of the season for the Cuban defectee, Frank Lopez. One of those 5 changes tonight for Mike Munoz, paying huge dividends. He earned the penalty kick, and no doubt about it, opens up his body, hits it right off the post. Confident take that time from the 23-year-old. So Lopez keeping the Galaxy's faint playoff hopes alive. And unlike the last 2 games, it's the Galaxy that start the better of the 2, as they've been forced to come from behind the last 2 times out. And now, what kind of a response will we see from OKC? Just wasn't a very good challenge from Chavez, clearly beaten. but a goal of his own volition and of his own making. All the credit and a one-man show on that occasion by Frank Lopez. He's a handful, has that low center of gravity, just around 5'6", but so difficult to dislodge off the ball. Galaxy looking long, trying to pick out Alvarez. And it's dropped fortuitously to the teenager, trying to set Lopez on his way, and out comes the keeper. Lorendi's had enough of that. The game turned on its head. Rasmussen now. Ross will play it near side for Kyle Highland. At one time on the books with the Columbus Crew. A lot of players, as I mentioned, with MLS experience. Here's one of them, Atiba Harris. A little bit of a poor ball that time, putting Rasmussen under unnecessary pressure. The Galaxy only too happy to oblige as Alvarez nearly put it through. There's the teenager once again. Quick turn from him, and Lopez goes down under the challenge of Highland. Glancing to the referee, Mark Radchuk, who's not at all interested in the foul. Here's Jose Barrio. Getting the better of Emmanuel Apia. Barrio, a 26-year-old Spaniard. You mentioned that experience. He's got the European pedigree as well. Spent some time as a teenager in the Real Madrid youth setup. Got the pedigree here. Some very good players for the visitors tonight. Here's one of them, Highland, operating at left fullback. Been largely pinned in early on. Ross trying to put an end to that, for he's harried from behind by Lopez, and it's going to be an obvious foul against the Galaxy striker. Just coming in from behind, a little too aggressive. Claimed by Rasmussen now, helped on by Bustos, but given away, and Apia will wisely go back to his keeper, Eric Lopez. A big presence back there. He's 19 years of age, still growing at 6'1", as Aguilar turns and enters the OKC half. Vera. Such good linking play. The passing very crisp. Galaxy seem to get better and better in that department with each and every game as these players become more familiar with each other. Here's Zanga. Good touch from Apia now as the African connection working out on beautiful triangles, opening up. The 1-2 with Apia, and that one goes astray on the final ball. And while we've got a moment, now Select is the official soccer ball of the USL. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com and receive free shipping on orders over $50. So the Galaxy riding high on a goal in the 13th minute from Frank Lopez. Very much in the driver's seat, but a lot of soccer remaining here. Big night tonight. One of 3 games in USL on this Wednesday evening. Here's Apia. Taking on all comers, supported by Alvarez, who's dropped into that deeper role. He's got that venomous left foot, lets it fly, and not off by much. You see the power the young teenager has. Efrain Alvarez coming close, but not too far off. Likes to drop into those deeper rolls. No one closes him down. Says, why not? As it flashes wide of Lorendi's goal. So another scare, and you look at Alvarez, amazing totals, amazing numbers on him. 9 goals, doesn't really raise a lot of eyebrows, but very respectable. But when you think about it, coming in just 13 appearances, 9 of which were starts. An absolute incredible return. He's the real deal. Here's Adrian Vera. Leaves it wide for Miguel Aguilar, switches the point of attack. This is Zanga. It is done well. All LA early on. Zachimpong locates Adrian Vera, lays it out wide. Aguilar not shy about taking on defenders now. Goes through, slaloming run here from Aguilar to sliding Lorendi, only preventing Aguilar and LA from their second goal. A timely intervention from the OKC goalkeeper. They're right back on it though. Apia lets it go, and that one entirely off the mark. There seems to be a nervousness about OKC right now, unsure, trying to play out of the back. Once again, it's Efrain Alvarez after a brilliant run here from the captain, Miguel Aguilar. Just slaloming through all comers. And OKC unable to clear their lines. And they'll have a player receive medical attention. While we have a moment, the USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live games, updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. You can follow us at USL on Twitter. That's where we stand, and certainly time for OKC to collect their bearings right now and reassess. Hasn't been a very productive opening 20 minutes, but a difficult place to play, and a team that really is trying to get back to winning ways, and before they lose all hope and grasp on any playoff chances, do not want to start into a losing funk and come up on the wrong end of the stick for the third time running tonight. Plenty of time to rectify that. As it's sent into the Southern California night by Lorendi. Lovely touch from Alvarez, makes it look so effortless. Just a smooth gliding presence about the teenagers, a special one. And it'll go safely back for Cody Lorendi. Puerto Rico international by way of being born in Florida and going to college here in the States. Highland unable to get onto that one, so it'll be a throw here for Los Angeles. OKC not noted for their attacking exploits. Scored 38 times this season. That ties them for 15th best coming into today with Fresno. Plenty of room for improvement. Here's John. Just losing out, and it'll drop fortuitously for Ingola. It's such a big part of this Galaxy defense since coming over from the Kaji Sports Academy back in 2017. He and his countryman Andre Zanga coming over together and really finding quite a home in Southern California here with Los Dos. Here's Achimpong. Good link play with Alvarez. Simple turn as he brings others into it. Good movement down this left-hand side. The cross out in front. Oh, it's Apia. It's Schultz who pulls it back, and it was OKC rocked on their heels. Dodge a big bullet, but they're not out of the woods yet. Achimpong, a little heavy with the feet on a lovely ball there from Alvarez, who gets it right back. Alvarez shredding his way through that midfield. Schultz now with a couple of step-overs. Looking dangerous now for OKC. And it's Achimpong who has his shot blocked, and it's Alvarez who took a swing at it and was hit. And it's a foul, an obvious one in the making, and a wonderful opportunity from a dead ball situation for LA. He tried to take it quick, but the referee will order it retaken. Another look here. It was Alvarez quick to it, but the obvious foul committed. Haven't put their best foot forward defensively. OKC, they have conceded 44 times. Coming in today, they're tied with Portland Timbers 2 for the 11th most goals allowed in the league. So Achimpong, it sits up real nicely here, folks, for a left footer. He will conspire the likes of Emmanuel Apia. What can the Galaxy draw up here? Looking to go 2 goals to the good midway through half number 1. Achimpong wearing the number 44. He does have it in his locker. And it will be a 5-man wall lined up with Highland flaring off just to Achimpong's left shoulder there. So big test upcoming now for Cody Lorendi. But who will he see? Will it be Appia or will it be Achimpong? As Mark Ratchet finally gets it going, and it's Achimpong. It works its way through the wall and off the OKC defense for the first corner of the evening for LA. So Alvarez to take it. So we'll see what they draw up here. Up comes Zanga. They've got some heavy artillery. Jean Ingela slow to come in. Didi Traore as well amongst the targets. Here comes the in-swinger from Efrain Alvarez. Right back in. It's nicely headed away by Highland. Clever back heel from Appia. Alvarez looks up, sends it right in, and a strong punch from Lorendi. And falls for Aguilar, keeps it low. It was ambitious there from the Galaxy captain, but that one ultimately off target.
Hey, well done, guys. Well done.
Well, fans, be there for every jaw-dropping, must-see Galaxy moment in 2019 as an LA Galaxy season ticket member. Season ticket members receive best seats at the best rates, members-only events, exclusive access to LA Galaxy players and alumni, plus much, much more. Season ticket memberships, well, they start as low as $17 per match. To purchase or for more information, make sure to visit lagalaxy.com/since96. Highland. Looking for some semblance of possession here. Trying to put something together of consequence, but Achimpong breaking it up. They've just overrun this midfield, and here's Adrian Vera with a pocket of space to work with. Squares it for Appia. Here's Schultz. Proactive here. Those wide rolls. Appia trying to switch the point of attack. Aguilar brings it down. Flag is down. Some durable defending at the back from OKC. Well, it's been determined here. There's a fire lit under this LA Galaxy crew. Aguilar at the center of it. Former DC United man. Steering LA to 9 wins in their 28 games. Not quite the total they were looking for. That's, of course, alongside 13 losses and 6 draws. Good enough for 13th in the Western Conference as this flick comes all the way back to Lopez, who is forced to ascend to the edge of his penalty area. Lopez really has a look of promise about him. Still looking for his first clean sheet of the season. Galaxy, a team that's been exceptionally charitable at the back. As I mentioned, 53 goals allowed in their first 28 games. Trying to prove upon the league's worst mark of 64 in 2017. It's claimed by Rasmussen. Youth versus experience, and so far it's youth that's had the better of it. As it goes back to Lopez, and the teenager thumps it away. Appia losing out. It was a heavy elbow that time put in by Harris, but it's claimed on that left-hand side by Aguilar. Traore. Or rather, Zanga. Zanga did have some disciplinary problems in 2017. Has really shown a greater maturity now, just 21 years of age. Nobody, of course, over the age of 24, this LA Galaxy starting lineup. That man, Appia, the elder statesman of the starting 11 tonight. In stark contrast to this OKC team, who don't have anybody under the age of 23. And it's opened up nicely, and a wonder save from Lopez to deny Baril. Best look of the night for OKC, and it was wonderfully played in. And the Spaniard just trying to work his way past the outstretched Lopez, who used every inch of his 6'1" frame to stop it. John with a lovely return ball. He got in behind Achimpong. Had a golden opportunity for the equalizer, but a chance that goes begging. Just not enough power in the end. Rasmussen will set it up. Here's Dixon, who's been a very quiet character. Despite boasting some impressive numbers, he tried to set it into the path of Baril. And a little too heavy that time for the Spaniards, so a goal kick coming up. Galaxy, of course, looking to take 3 points. If they could do so, they move level with Colorado Switchbacks FC, or rather overtake Colorado, as well as Fresno and OKC, and can move within 6 points of St. Louis and Reno and take sole possession of 10th place by the end of tonight. A lot of time between now and then as we close in on the half-hour mark. Big night tonight in USL as everybody starts to watch each other and the standings. Penn SC 1-0 winners over Indy 11. Paolo Jr. on target in the second half for Penn. Baril trying to slide it to the right-hand side for Dixon, who's been nearly non-existent tonight. Didi Traore cleaning up at the back and avoiding the corner kick. So will be a throw now for OKC. It's solid so far. Just the one chance relinquished. Long throw in. It's cleared away, but it sits up for Dixon, who slices through it. Drops for Highland. Twisting and turning, well closed down by Nate Schultz, trying to make the most of his starting opportunity. All 9 of his appearances resulting in starts so far this season for the Galaxy right back. As Aguilar losing out at far side. Here's Bustos with the dummy now for Highland, trying to race in behind Schultz. And stride for stride, and once again the fullback for the Galaxy does really well. Got pace in wide areas, LA. It'll be difficult for OKC to get in behind, as it's cleared away by Zanga. And referee spotting something he didn't like away from the ball. He's gonna have a word. I believe he's not pleased with Drew Beckel. So Michael Ranchuk, it's going to be a booking rather for Atiba Harris. So Atiba receiving his 3rd yellow card of the season. So the free kick now for LA, a strange one there. I'm sure Harris perhaps a little too vociferous for the referee's liking. Interesting contrasting tactics tonight for both of these two. A 3-5-2 against that 4-5-1. Here's Apia. Oh, beautiful ball for Lopez, who tried to lay it in the path of Alvarez. Those two almost a telepathic understanding for each other. Here's Veres, sends it out wide. This is Miguel Aguilar, who's got speed to burn. The young Mexican slips around one. Brilliant one once again. It's Aguilar. As it blocked. Those real incisive runs from wide positions, and he can be so dangerous, Aguilar. Traore will send it back, and a safety first approach for his keeper Lopez, who pretty good with his feet. OKC anxious to get on with it. Here's Chavez. He gave away that penalty kick.